Here with St. Mary's men's tennis coach Jeff Halberg. Coach, kind of a nice change for us here. We're at the end of the regular season and we're still talking tennis. Yeah. That's because the guys qualified for the MIAC tournament. Talk a little bit about the road that the Cardinals have taken in terms of qualifying for the conference tournament, something that really they haven't done since the inception of this 6-team conference tournament.
That's right. Yeah, the last time we really made noise was back in 2006, probably in 2006. Everybody made it. We placed very well that year. We upset St. Thomas and did real well. But since the inception of the 6-team playoff format, yeah, we hadn't been able to get there. And we came close. The last 2 years we came within a day of getting there. And each time we always fell short. But really, the road really has been. It's been about the 4 seniors. They came in as freshmen, and that was one of the goals that we kind of set near the end of that first year when they pretty much took it on the chin in the conference, but they also saw that they had the capability of getting there. They were close. They lacked a little bit of experience, maybe a tiny bit of depth, but the big thing was they knew that hard work could get them there. So then sophomore, junior year, they almost did it. They worked really hard and they almost got there, but it came down to senior year. That was the goal at the start of the year. It was what everybody worked for. The freshmen included were on board from day one, and it was a great moment when we finally clinched that match at McAllister, because all that hard work really paid off.
Well, and the pressure was on. It was you played that McAllister match, the last regular season match for you guys, knowing that you had to win that match to get into the conference tournament. Talk a little bit about that match, and really, I know from talking to you that the seniors really did kind of carry the load and kind of lead the way for a big win.
Yeah, well, I think they gave the other guys belief, that sense that everybody was working for each other. I think that's one of the things that it's kind of that intangible in a sport like tennis, because it's a different kind of team sport. You're not passing the ball between each other trying to move it around. You're actually on individual courts trying to get your own job done, do your own job for the team. So it's very easy for there to be a little bit of a disconnect. But with this team, there wasn't. Everybody, their purpose was all about the team. And so the work that they put in, they didn't want to let each other down. So you could tell that at practice, day in and day out, that they were trying to help each other and push each other, because it's a long season. Compared to some sports, we go a long time, 15 weeks straight. But the guys really kept focused, and that was the biggest key. You're going to have your letdowns now and then. We had a blip against Bethel where they just outcompeted us, but we were able to come back and just do a great job against Olaf, following that. And that might have been really the turning point of the season for us, because to have a letdown and then be able to totally flip it around 2 days later and upset a team that was expecting to beat us, that really, I think, that gave them the belief that this can be done. We can do this. We have the capability. Let's get it done. So at McAllister, it was really from the start. They just went to war.
And we talk a lot about this team chemistry that you guys have, and really, if you break it down a little bit, the year enjoyed some incredible highs. You've got Bobby Steingraber, who got 20 doubles wins this year, a school record. You've got Colin Kazarowski, 20 singles wins, school record, and you've got Mike Lunka, who closes out his collegiate career as the all-time doubles leader with 64 wins, 2 more than Bobby. So I mean, it's a team sport, but individually, you've really had a season that's really been capped with some outstanding individual performances.
Absolutely, absolutely. Don't forget we had Sam Puff, who's now second all-time in singles wins. And I'd love to mention, obviously, Andrew Rangich, too. Andrew did a spectacular job from freshman year to now. I mean, he had a learning curve that he had to go through. His teammates really did a great job of helping him along. But believe me, he was all about that focus and what he wanted to accomplish for the team. The just quintessential team player. And for him to have a winning record in singles his senior year, to come up with some of the wins that he did, and honestly, he's one of the, everybody in some ways, they love being his doubles partner, because nothing really rattles Andrew. He's a really calming influence, because he's all about just battling on, and he doesn't let things get to him. He just keeps fighting. So everybody really appreciates him. And I also Gavin Smith. Gavin had a little blip in the middle of the season. He'd admitted himself where he had some self-doubts, and he was like, man, I just don't know if I can get this done. And but credit to him, he didn't let it get the best of him. He just kept battling along, and in the end, he scored. He helped score some vital points at the end of the season to get us where we wanted to go. And so I'm just so proud of all of them. They just did a great job. I mean, everybody on the team really contributed, so it was not just fun, just simply from a result standpoint, which is obvious, but it was fun because everybody was truly sharing in what was going on. So everybody, I think, felt that like I was a part of that. I was there, and I was important to this task. And so yeah, it was from that point. I think it was really fulfilling for everybody.
And now let's talk about Friday. You've got St. Thomas in the first round. You come in as the 6th seed. They're the 3 seed. It's all being played in St. Peter at Gustavus. Talk a little bit about the match on Friday and what you need to do against the Tommies.
Well, the biggest thing, and it's pretty much been the theme all season, we have to start well in doubles. Against the Tommies, honestly, credit to the Tommies. When we played them up in the cities early in the year, I think it was one of the matches I remember that we actually felt we just got outplayed. It wasn't that we didn't show up that day. It wasn't that we didn't dig hard enough. They just plain outplayed us because we actually had leads early in all 3 courts and doubles, and in all 3 cases they got the breaks and they ran away with the matches. And it wasn't because we blundered. It was because they just took it to us. So we know what we're facing on Friday, but we also know that what we're capable of. And we know they're within our range if we just put it all out there. And I think the guys at this point, their goal was to make the conference tournament. So in some ways, it's kind of gravy. It's not that we take it lightly by any means, but I don't think there's a whole lot of pressure on us in some ways because we know now just whatever we accomplish, we can really just be proud of no matter what goes on. So the pressure's really not that heavy.
In the conference tournament, it kicks off on Friday in St. Peter. You guys have St. Thomas at noon. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.